Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, hello, my name is Anthea, and over here on my little corner of the internet I create content for women over 40 who love fashion, beauty and lifestyle with a little bit of real talk thrown in. So if that sounds like your vibe, please do consider hitting the red subscribe button down below. So in today's video I'm going to be running through how I do my closet seasonal refresh. So I'm going to kind of run through some of the pieces, not all of them, but just some of the top pieces that I like to have in my wardrobe. So classic styles that you can wear again and again and again. So if you have any gaps in your wardrobe or anything like that, hopefully this video will be helpful for you, give you some styling tips, give you some ideas for bits and pieces that you may need in your wardrobe. So let's get into today's video. So as part of my wardrobe refresh, I like to go through my summer pieces, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of have a look at things. Did I wear them? Are they still my style? And whilst I'm doing that, I kind of feel like it's a really good time to declutter and kind of only store away clothes that you actually did wear that summer and that you know you're going to wear again. Now, two reasons why I like to do a bit of a shift when it comes to taking things out of my closet is I only have one space for all my clothes, shoes, bags and stuff. I have a little bit of a cupboard, but mainly my wardrobe. So what I like to do is remove everything so that way I can clear some space for some of this other seasonal stuff that I stored away last year. So the winter stuff, autumn and winter stuff, that I have space to be able to put them in the wardrobe. So as I said, being able to create space, being able to kind of see some of the items that you wore, didn't wear, and also, you know, if I didn't wear it, I don't always just get rid, because it might have been a reason that I didn't wear it. I might still love the item, I still really it fits all those, it hits all the key points. It's just that I maybe didn't have an occasion to wear it. I think it does depend on how your summer goes, what your lifestyle is and that kind of thing. So I wouldn't be too hasty to kind of just get rid of things. I would also just kind of give yourself a couple of seasons. Don't get me wrong, if you're into the third summer and you've not wore it, then I would say that's kind of a safe bet to get rid, because you're not going to wear it if you've had it 3 summers and you haven't worn it. So yeah, don't be too hasty, but at the same time be realistic in what you're choosing to keep and what you're choosing to get away from. So with all that said, so everything now is out of my closet. So I've put everything back in. I did try and do a video on that, but I felt like it didn't come out quite right. So I removed everything. I have some containers that I keep under my bed, where I kind of shift out. So what I'll do is, if you are interested in them, they're from IKEA. I don't think they were mega expensive, but I will leave links to them in the description box down below. So if you do want to check them out, they are really good. They are lightweight, they zip up, you know, they're very difficult to kind of rip, even though they are kind of some sort of material. Not sure what the material is, but they're easy to store away. So yes, I would highly recommend them if you are after something to store under your bed or in a closet in your home. So I'm going to start off with the first item that I would say is key to my autumn winter wardrobe, and that is the Chelsea ankle boot. Now I love me a Chelsea, I love me an ankle boot, especially in the autumn winter. When it comes to the Chelsea boot, there's a variety of style. So if you're someone who likes a chunky Chelsea boot, you can go for a chunky Chelsea boot, or if you're someone who likes a classic, then you obviously can go for a classic. I love to kind of go more towards the chunky Chelsea boot. Now there was a time when everyone was going crazy for the Bottega ones. I'm not sure what they were called, but everyone was going crazy for them. I at one point also wanted them. However, I feel like as time's gone on, the high street and premium fashion has enabled us to kind of get a really high quality Chelsea boot with a very similar style to the Bottega without having to pay the Bottega money. Now I picked these particular Chelsea boots up from All Saints. I picked these up last year. and I picked them up in the sale. They are, I will put the name of them on the screen so you will see the name of them on the screen. They are so comfortable. I didn't get a chance to wear them last year only because I bought them in the sale, so therefore I just didn't get round to it. I had other pairs of shoes that I was wearing, so I didn't get a chance to wear them. However, coming into this autumn and winter, I will definitely be popping these on. And with your Chelsea boot, you can wear them with anything and everything. So as you can see, I styled mine with this denim maxi dress. I could wear this with skirts, shorts, whatever you want to wear them with, you can wear them with. And I feel like this is an absolute staple that you need in your wardrobe this autumn winter if you don't already have one. And again, I feel like when you get kind of really high quality pieces for the autumn winter, you can pull them out year after year and you don't have to go out and buy. So that is something that I would recommend for you if you are someone who has any kind of gap in your autumn winter wardrobe. Buy as high quality as you possibly can. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. That way, year after year after year, you can just pull them out and it hits every time. And then next we have the oversized blazer. I love me a blazer. I have a few in my collection. Now this particular blazer I picked up last year. Again, I picked it up in the sale. So again, you know, you can pick up pieces in the sale. You don't necessarily have to buy at full price. Now this particular blazer, I absolutely love the color. I love the oversized fit. It's really good quality. I picked it up from Mango. And as you can see here, I styled it with just how I would normally style things. So it was, you know, I'm keeping it really simple. So I have this on with a pair of kind of oversized jeans. The loafers that I picked them up last year as well, so sorry about that. Anything I can find similar, I will leave links to in the description box. So a lot of these things are kind of not anything I've bought new, but if I can find anything similar, I will leave them in the description box down below. Now the jacket, again, really simple. This I can wear, you can wear with jeans, you can wear for work, you can wear just smart cash, however, but this is definitely a staple item that you would need in your wardrobe. And I feel like as the years go, if you get yourself your staple, so whatever your color palette is and what would be your staple, if you get that throughout the year, which is, and as I mentioned before, high quality items, again, every year you will just pull them out and they'll look fantastic. So I would highly recommend, if you don't already have, make sure you get yourself a oversized blazer. Chef's kiss. And then number 3 I have is the classic trench coat. Now I went for a black trench coat. I picked this up from Mango a couple of seasons ago, but every year obviously we have trench coats that come out every season, and I went for a black instead of the standard like tan or taupey colour, or camel, not taupe, camel colour. I went for a black just because I felt like I would probably get more wear out of the black, just because of what my colour palettes are. I don't really tend to go for too much of when it comes for neutral, just because there are a few reasons. That's not kind of what I gravitate to, as you can see here. And then at the same time, when you're someone who's chocolate and wears makeup, it just gets everywhere and it's just messy. So it's like, nah, trying to make my life easy, yeah, so I don't do that. But as you can see with this particular trench coat, I kept on the same jeans and the same white t-shirt, and then I just changed out my loafers and then just paired it with my Givenchy Antigona bag, which I absolutely love. So yeah, again, this is something where I can wear it day to day. I can, if I'm going out of an evening with maybe like a mini dress or anything like that. Again, you can style it in so many different ways. And this is something that I have as a staple in my autumn winter closet, and I think you should too. And then next we have the obvious, which is the jumper, chunky knit or just a knit. So in this particular one, I have styled this jumper that I have on here. I've had this jumper for, I can't even count how many years I've had this jumper. I picked it up from Under the Stories a good few seasons ago, but as you can see, I've paired this with a satin slip bias cut skirt, and the way I've styled it in this particular cutaway is I kind of didn't want to go for everyday. So although it's a jumper, yes, it's not an overly chunky jumper, and I thought it worked really well with just popping on a pair of simple heels, and then also with my Brandon Blackwood little trunk bag, yeah, in a leopard print. Absolutely love this. So again, just keeping it really simple, and this is a kind of an outfit where I can also pop on trainers with this and it'll look great. And again, as you could see, I popped on heels and again it looks great. So again, I've kept it really versatile, but if you have some kind of really good quality knits, they will serve you well when it comes to the autumn winter. Now, as I say, this one's a little bit kind of a lighter knit. I do have 2 or 3 other jumpers that are a lot chunkier, so when it gets into the cooler months, then I have something that's definitely going to keep me warm. This is really nice now for like the autumn winter, so even like a day like today, it's not cold, it's not particularly hot, but if I was wearing this out, it would be suffice that even into the evening I wouldn't necessarily be freezing. I'd have a nice layer of warmth over. But again, I love a monochrome, so as you can see, it's the season color, which is, I feel like it's every season, your ruby, rich tones, so like your jewel tones, that's what I'm trying to get at. So like your jewel tones, so like your golds, your burgundies, you know, emerald greens. Oh, love them current colours. So again, just think of your colour palette, you know, even just a simple black one as well would be perfect, because again, that would just make it extra versatile. You could wear it with anything. Now, what I am trying to do, going into kind of creating and curating, if you like, a closet that I absolutely love, is looking at the fabric. So make sure when you're buying anything, if you can buy cashmere or anything like that, really high quality wool pieces, they will last you the test of time. So again, price dependent, pocket dependent, all of those things, but just be mindful of that when you are buying, that way you can have longevity in your wardrobe. And then next, I'm not going to show you this particularly, but what I would say number 5 in my autumn winter collection is just base layers. So I always like to have some sort of thermal. I've got a thermal like from, I think it's Unitech, from blah 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 blah, Uniqlo. I also have a couple of cashmere bodysuits as well that I wear into the autumn winter. I am someone who is always cold, so for me they are a staple, and I would say the same for you. So as the temperature changes and the temperature drops, so something like this, whereas on an autumn day like today where it's, you know, relatively warm, but as it cools I can put a base layer under this and still kind of get some wear out of it. So I would suggest, if you are someone who tends to kind of run a little bit cooler, definitely make sure you invest in some base layer pieces to make sure that you're able to wear the fashions that you want and also keep yourself warm at the same time, because there's nothing worse putting on an outfit, feeling like you're looking good, go out there and freezing your batty off. So yeah, don't do it. Make sure, and I would highly recommend the Uniqlo ones. They wash really well. I've had them for a good few years. I just normally get either the vest ones, depending, because you can get them different necklines and sleeve length and things like that. So I would definitely recommend that you pop onto the Uniqlo website and see what they have in store for you. So that's my full wardrobe switch over and all my kind of top pieces that I would consider that I need in my autumn winter wardrobe. So I hope it was helpful. I hope you managed to kind of get some hints and tips and some kind of inspiration on how you might be able to kind of curate your own autumn winter wardrobe, and just some of the key pieces that you might want to consider if you don't already have them in your wardrobe. I'd really love to know what is your like top 5 pieces in your autumn winter that your must-haves, and things that you know, gravitate to all the time. Let me know out of the outfits which was your favorite. I think that is it for now. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you in the next. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in our next video. Bye for now. See ya.